Dear friends, welcome to my channel. I am Maya. Hope your day is so well. If you like the video, don't forget to subscribe the channel. 90-day fiancé. Matt finally moved out and left Jasmine after begging for love. Matt and Jasmine have been in an on and off relationship for months. At this point, we are unsure whether to call it a relationship or a friendship. While Jasmine gave birth to their daughter, she continued to claim that they were just friends. But no normal friends have kids together and travel hand in hand. However, their paradise now seems shaken. It is falling apart, and Jasmine has no one else to blame but herself. Matt has apparently decided to leave Jasmine and their baby girl behind. However, all of this will not be easy for him. For months, Matt has tried to make the relationship work, but he has reached a breaking point. The duo is falling out publicly, and we are here watching them fall apart. So grab your popcorn because this story is going to be quite a ride. Matt just confessed his love for Jasmine, but now it's time to wrap. 90-day fiancé. Jasmine Pineda sparks pregnancy rumors again. Jasmine Pineda stunned fans when she shared photos cradling a baby bump in a flowing orange and purple dress. Viewers immediately questioned whether baby number 2 is on the way, with some even debating if this could be her 4th or 5th child. Jasmine already has 2 sons from her past marriage in Panama and a daughter, Matilda, with Matt Brownies. These seem to be throwback photos from when she was pregnant with Matilda. Jasmine reportedly couldn't share them earlier due to her NDA, but now she's posting them as the new season airs. While some fans breathed a sigh of relief, others reminded Jasmine to focus on her current children and rocky relationships instead of fueling rumors about having a baby again. 90-day fiancé. Matt finally left Jasmine due to her indifference. Jasmine and Matt have decided to part ways. Under the diva's recent Instagram post, Matt dropped a deeply emotional comment. He expressed how he has loved and waited patiently for her for months. In his heart, he believed in their togetherness, but it hurt him to find that his love did not receive the same care. He wished it could be easy, but begging for love wore him down. Matt seemed really heartbroken over the situation, and fans started to worry about his mental and emotional health. Many fans also speculated that Matt announced their breakup in this manner. On the other hand, Jasmine replied to Matt, asking why he had to post such things on Instagram. She said it made her look like the bad guy, and then he kept complaining when she overreacted. Jasmine further told him to pick up his mail because she was not a post office. While Jasmine's reply sounded sharp and offensive, her words clearly showed ongoing problems. Matt's comment definitely sounded like an indirect announcement that he and Jasmine are parting ways. 90-day fiancé. Jasmine Pineda dethrones Angela Deem and emerges as the ultimate TLC drama queen. Angela Deem appears to have lost the crown for being the ultimate drama queen. She reigned as the most controversial star for years due to her unhinged and problematic behavior. The 90-day fiancé made headlines for her fiery personality, explosive clashes, and violent nature. However, Jasmine slowly emerged as a threat to Angela's throne and stole her spotlight. She turned many heads with her dramatic outbursts, manipulation tactics, and hunger for fame. The reality TV star's temperament issues and love for cosmetics helped her secure back-to-back spin-offs and new seasons. There was a time when Angela became the ultimate source of entertainment for. Jasmine knows how to stay relevant. 90-day fiancé star Jasmine Pineda has been a part of the franchise for years. She is pretty popular for her chaotic personality. The Panamanian native raised many eyebrows during her debut on the show. Pineda appeared as a toxic person for forcing Gino to upgrade her ring and bear her expenses until she moved to America. She used him to sponsor her cosmetic procedures and threw a lot of tantrums when her partner caught her cheating on him. The reality TV star lived in the same building where her ex lived and made Gino pay for everything. Jasmine did the same in her open marriage drama. She introduced Matt as her gym buddy and played the victim card when he saw. For forcing Gino to upgrade her ring and bear her expenses until she moved to America. She used him to sponsor her cosmetic procedures and threw a lot of tantrums when her partner caught her cheating on him. The TLC stars know how to keep their fans on the edge of their seats and stay relevant. 90-day fiancé. Jasmine takes over Angela Deem and becomes the next drama queen. Angela Deem ruled the franchise for years. She gave her fans many unforgettable moments that will stay in their memories forever. Fans loved watching her crazy personality and controversial updates. TLC viewers are finally done with Angela and her toxic behavior. Jasmine Pineda seems to have replaced her co-star and become the next drama queen. She has a huge fan following on social media and offers back-to-back updates on her life. The 90-day fiancé celeb also knows how to keep secrets. Pineda kept her pregnancy a huge secret for months. She has still not revealed her actual relationship status with her baby daddy, Matt Brownies. The TLC has been estranged from Gino Palazzolo. She is still legally tied to her husband. Hence, her polarizing nature helped her garner a lot of interaction and attention. The TLC star is still featuring her journey on TV. Meanwhile, fans requested the network to keep Angela Deem away from the TV screens. Initially, fans drew comparisons between Jasmine and her co-star, Larissa Lima, due to their shared love for cosmetic surgeries. But she made a name for herself with her controversial personality. No matter how much viewers try, they cannot ignore the Panamanian native and the drama she offers. It is wise to say that Jasmine became the next Angela of the franchise and took her crown. But she may also lose her empire soon because of her boring storyline. 90-Day Fiancé. Happily Ever After? Season 9 Episode 10 Recap. Tears, phone snooping, and a Florida curveball. Delivers background noise. Other weeks, it sets off-chain reactions that make you wonder if any of these couples have ever had a genuine conversation outside of cameras. Firmly in the latter category, a slow-burn car crash where every storyline managed to bleed into the next. Kara's teary meltdown flowed neatly into Elizabeth's discovery that her husband is basically the FBI, which dovetailed into Jasmine and Matt's relocation bombshell before the hour closed on Brandon and Julia learning, again, that Betty treats weddings like hostile takeovers. It all began with Kara and Guillermo's trip, billed as a chance to reset their marriage, but it quickly unraveled into accusations and recriminations. Guillermo leaned into the cheating narrative so hard you'd think he was auditioning for a Maury reboot, while Kara tried to flip the script by hinting maybe he was the guilty one. The confrontation reached its peak when she begged him to look her in the eye and deny it. He did, but the denial landed with all the authenticity of a bad reality audition tape. 90-Day Fiancé. Happily Ever After? Season 9 has been wild. He whined about her staying out late. She claimed she was doing the hard work of networking for her singing career, and then the tears came. Kara insisted she no longer believed Guillermo was her person, slammed the hotel door on the way out, and left him blinking in shock like a man surprised to see the fire after playing with matches. These two need to cut their ties and move on. From there, the energy only got more chaotic at Yara's launch party, which was less about whatever she was peddling this week and more about blowing up every relationship in the room. Elizabeth decided to confront Alexei about allegedly making rude comments about Lauren's body, but before that conversation could even land, Andre chimed in with one of the most reckless admissions of the season. He'd been snooping through Elizabeth's phone. In a franchise full of bad decisions, this one ranks high. Lauren's disgust was immediate, Elizabeth's fury was volcanic, and Andre suddenly looked like a man who realized he'd not only detonated his marriage, but also still had a $75,000 financial sinkhole waiting for him at home. Yara, meanwhile, spun in the background like a low-rent Kris Jenner, furious that the fights were stealing focus from her party. It would have been sad if she didn't treat business ventures like fast fashion, here today, gone tomorrow, and forgotten by the next episode. And while Elizabeth was questioning whether her husband had any respect for boundaries, Jasmine was busy questioning whether her new partner even trusted her enough to share his future plans. Matt casually dropped the bombshell that he's moving to Florida, something he'd apparently known for a while but decided not to tell Jasmine until now. Her reaction was equal parts hurt and disbelief, and honestly, who could blame her? They lived together, yet he was planning a move in silence. Still, you could see the wheels turning. Jasmine cutting ties with Michigan, ditching Gino's ghost once and for all, and setting herself up in Florida with Matt. The preview all but promised a bombshell revelation, and if that ends up being a pregnancy announcement, Jasmine's grip on the spotlight will be secure for the rest of the season. Gino is out here playing the role of a scorned soap villain, swearing vengeance while cutting off family members with melodramatic texts like, "Have a nice life." The man has lost his wife, lost his dignity, and is now losing relatives, but still thinks he's in control. At this point, Gino's confidence is its own reality TV subplot. Tragic, baffling, and somehow still entertaining. What does he have to gain from proving Jasmine is a villain? He has older seasons of their time on the show to prove that he's been no oil painting of a husband. He's a disturbed individual. Just in case things weren't messy enough, Brandon and Julia's attempt at a second wedding ceremony reminded everyone that Betty doesn't need an invitation to make herself the star of their storyline. With Julia's parents involved this time, it should have been a sweet celebration. Instead, Betty slipped right back into micromanagement mode, dictating everything like she was the producer of the event rather than the mother of the groom. Brandon and Julia, with support from Julia's mother, finally snapped back, but the preview made it clear the meddling won't stop there. Brandon needs to have a word with his parents. Ron and Betty appeared to be praying for bad weather to derail the ceremony, as if divine sabotage was their last hope at regaining control. What tied all these stories together was the glaring lack of trust. Kara and Guillermo's marriage crumbled because they couldn't believe each other anymore. Elizabeth realized Andre was violating her privacy while claiming to protect her. Jasmine learned Matt had been holding back life-changing news while still expecting her loyalty. Brandon and Julia struggled against parents who couldn't let go of control. Each couple was tested in different ways, but the common denominator was mistrust, whether between spouses, friends, or in-laws. By the time credits rolled, nearly every storyline was dangling over a cliff. Kara was gone in tears. Elizabeth stormed out. Jasmine was left stewing. Brandon braced for yet another round of parental sabotage, and Gino was plotting revenge in text messages no one will ever take seriously. It's not about love stories or happy endings. It's about mistrust, egos, and the inevitable explosions that come from couples who are better suited to dueling than dating. The episode proved that when the cast is messy enough, you don't need fancy twists, the drama writes itself. And if there's any justice, the next installment will finally be the one where Gino's smug little grin gets wiped clean off his face.